Hi, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Mike, and this is going to be a gentle practice that is designed to help us uncover our inner peace. Now, I know that sounds like airy yoga language, but the essence really is true that everything we do here is leading up towards uncovering our peace, if we can just shed the layers over us well enough to do so. If you like to listen to music while you practice, look down below where I put some links to Spotify and Apple Music, several playlists that you can hit right as we begin practice. So as always, I recommend having some props handy because you never know what we're going to do or if you're going to need them, want to experiment with them. That might include a block, blanket, strap. Let's get started. We're going to start lying back. To begin today, I'll ask you to lie on your back, take your feet wide, and tip your knees in. This is called constructive rest. And it's a little bit nicer on the back. Just something new for you to try out. Place your hands now at your low ribs. I want to begin, as always, with a little bit of breath awareness. So go ahead and become aware of the wave of the breath. And know or remind yourself that this breath flows because of the movement of the diaphragm. So this lies below your hands where it is right now. And when you inhale, the diaphragm presses down and it causes the belly to inflate. And as you exhale, it sort of domes up and it helps to empty the lungs. So just establish a little bit of awareness of the wave of the diaphragm. It's kind of a nice thing to attach yourself to when we want to calm ourselves or bring ourselves to center. But also please be increasing your breath into a nice smooth rhythm where the inhales and exhales are even. Becoming present for a moment before we do too much work. And I'm going to ask you to now deepen your breath. Give me another round where you really take a good breath in because we're going to change what we're doing with the breath for a moment. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand over your heart. And we're going to do what's called dirga. It's a 3-part inhale. Dirga means long. So wherever you're at in your breath cycle, exhale fully. Now take a third of that breath in at the belly and pause. Another third at the heart and pause. And then the rest of the way and pause. And then give me a long, long, long exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. So find your rhythm, a third inhaling at the belly. Pause. You don't have to be with me, a third at the chest. Pause. A third the rest of the way. Really long exhale. And do that again on your own, finding your rhythm, finding your depth, belly, chest, the rest of the way. The whole time also noticing what this does to your energy. And return back to your smooth one-to-one breathing. We'll start with a full body stretch. So clasp your hands, flip them away. Flex your feet, make an L shape, and give me a nice full body stretch here. Inhale. And as you exhale, just let those arms come back to the side and relax the feet. So this is more about concentration than anything. Inhale, clasp, flip away, full body stretch. And exhale. I know. At the beginning of class, we have this tendency to want to rush into it. But you know what? That's pointless. It really is. And there's no prize for speed in yoga. We're going to change this now a little bit. Bring your heels in, at least so you can touch them. And similar. Inhale the arms up with the hips into bridge. And then exhale, time it. So the tailbone is the last thing down. Do that another couple times with good attention at coordinating the inhale, the lift, the exhale, the lower. And you're moving with the breath. So I really want you to get used to doing that because you're going to work the same amount whether you rush or not. I'm going to tell you that right now. Beautiful. Let's take and gather up our knees if you like to. Give a little low back massage for a moment. And we'll do one more thing from this position. Make sure that you can place your arms out wide to the side, palms down. Now that's going to help you. Drop your knees to the left. And when you drop them, crunch them towards your elbow. And you might like to look away a little bit. Now inhale, come back up to the center. And exhale, drop to the right. Crunch in a little bit. Look the other way. We're going to flow that. So inhale, use your arms. Exhale, crunch, drop, look away. Inhale. Good. Exhale. This flowing belly twist, sometimes we call it the windshield wipers. Side to side. Control it. If you need gentle, you can put the feet down on the mat. You sure can. Okay. Now let's go ahead and gather this up. And we're going to be coming onto our front. So cross the legs, bring the chin to the chest, and rock yourself. Maybe you even hesitate a couple times. Show your core strength. And I cross the legs so that I can maybe use my momentum to come forward, and it helps to keep my legs under me to transition onto my front. Now in tabletop, hands below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Give me some serpentine S-shape movements through the body, like that sidewinder on the sand. Don't be concerned with looking back so much, okay? And then come back to center. Take your right leg behind you. We're going to cross that over to the left side. Now, don't be content with just staying there. Investigate a little bit more movement through the hips, through the rib cage, and open something. Feel some juiciness. Now take this leg and cross it over to the other side. So now it's out at the diagonal right, and also your left hand is going to go out at the diagonal. Now the gentle version of this would be to just kind of come in and out, inhale out, exhale in, or give me some rounds where we really lift up and then swing the elbow towards the knee. Good. Inhale, nice. Lift away from the floor fully. Exhale, crunch underneath. One more. Inhale up, crunch. Nice. And then put that down. I will also add, if you are bothered by knees down so much, I'll show you, just go ahead and use extra padding. Let's take the right leg back and then give it a little bit of a encouragement to lunge through, that lunging practice. Now, this is just whatever is going to help you warm up. Do you feel like you want the hamstring to warm up a little bit more? Or is it more for the inner thighs? Do you feel better if you use a block to do this? Warm the leg in the way that helps your body best. In time, you will listen to what it wants. Okay? All right, let's return to all fours. We're going to do that same stuff again. Take your left leg back, cross it over to the right, and then investigate. Maybe you even put your hand out a little bit more through that side body, hips and ribs opening. And then take the leg, cross it over wide to the diagonal on the left. Maybe you want the right arm as well. Take an inhale, strong. Exhale back to table. Or if you want to use a little more strength, lift away, exhale, and swing the elbow towards the knee. So when you do that, you're going to crunch in and up. Out and up. Exhale in. Last one. And then put that down. Square up. Remember, anytime this is hard on the wrist, you can certainly go to fists. Kick the left foot back. Swing it forward. So if you see what I did there, I'm in the habit of kind of creating smallness here so that I can get it underneath me and forward. Long bones here. I do my best. Now investigate. What does your body need to do here? Is it more for the hamstrings? Is it more for the inner thighs, hips? Do you need a lift? Do all the things that you need to warm up. And we're going to return back to all fours temporarily and practice a puppy pose. So this is the gentle version of a down dog. You leave your hips where they are, start walking your hands out. If that feels okay, you're going to walk more. You're going to feel the shoulders want to work. That's good. Press into the hands. Push the hips away. Bring the belly in and up. This should feel a lot like your down dog. Activating those shoulders. If you have shoulder issues, you're probably not going out this far. Take an inhale, look through, and exhale, come up to the top of the mat. Stay low. Plant your feet, feel really grounded. Sway side to side. And then find yourself in the center and just let that head go for a moment. Okay. As you come up, if you want to protect the back, bend the legs, heart rises first, and then come all the way up fully. Tadasana. We're going to warm up a couple different things. So from here, give me any amount of chair. We'll start light. Here, exhale. Show you from here. Inhale, extra challenge if you want. Exhale and bring the knee up with you. Inhale, sit. Exhale, bring it up with you. A few times through, kind of a tree-like quality. All right, come on up. Last one, maybe last round. All right, then find your Tadasana. Always come back to your Tadasana. The real challenge in this stuff is, even when things are very excited, can you find yourself in stillness? That is yogic discipline right there. That's core yoga. All right. Inhale, let's come on, raise the arms. Exhale, down. Put your hands at your shins, and then I'd like you to press yourself away, but practice this for a moment. Put your belly on your bend. Okay, and then inhale, press away, straighten. See how you come way in front of those legs? Practice a few where you bend and straighten. And when you straighten, you're going to really come out far. You're looking ahead. Hold it there. Shoulders back, belly up, slight look forward. So we're going to bring this back when we do our sun salutation today. And then bend the legs. Let's sweep on up and come to Tadasana. Let's do a few side bends. Bring the arms on up, drop your right arm. Start by pressing your fingertips as far apart as you can get them, right? Now use this as a second spine and come over the top. I want to do a warming round here first. This should enable you to get pretty far, but with the support and not having to use so much of your back, okay? Now let's change that. As we warm up, fingertips far apart. Create your second spine. Now go over the top again. Big up and over. And then let's bring both hands on up and exhale. Step your left foot back. Step your left foot back. I want to do a few flows here. I'd like to bring your right arm up. Make sure you're stretching a little bit here. And then exhale. Come over the top. If you want to keep this really light, it's easy to do so. If you want to be bending a little bit more, be my guest. But I'm inhaling, looking to the front arm. And then exhale, look to the back arm. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look to the back arm. And then let's stay up, face the side. Give me a couple shoulder openers, big. And place your hands at your bony parts and your hips. Lift your heart. Inhale. Bend your knees and come on forward. It's kind of like a standing cat-cow. Now exhale, draw the belly up, drop the head. Do that again. Inhale, come down. And exhale, draw in and up. And then pause there. Let's go ahead, have the arms wide. Give me a few rounds where you lunge side to side. We're going to warm this up as well. Showing you gentler or more if you like it. But what we'll do here is as we lunge, you can sweep this way, inhale up, sweep, or you could even come down to touch the floor, pointing the fingers away. Okay, inhale up, exhale, deep. Press your booty back one more round. Last one. Good. And then stay up. If you need to, you can always give these a break. Give them a break like so. But now let's tick-tock those feet. Have it so that the other leg toes go straight off the end. And we'll do the other flow. Inhale. And we're going to look at that arm. Exhale. And we look at the other. Now, if you're having, balance issues, you might choose to just, ground your vision, look at the same thing. A number of things today that we're going to do will be good for challenging your balance. Okay, let's go ahead and stay up. Inhale. And exhale, step to the top of your mat. So cultivate that awareness of your feet and that readiness for stepping up to the top. All right. Okay, let's prepare to do some standing poses. We're going to start with nice firm footing. Inhale, rise on up overhead. We'll do another round of those side bends. So use your second spine, come over the top. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come over the top. Exhale, supporting as much as you need. Rise up both. We'll take this into a forward fold. Come on down. Forward fold. And pause for a moment, please. Give anything that feels like an extra work for your flexibility. Let your head be heavy. If you need to, bend your knees a little bit, but we are trying to increase flexibility for the back of the legs. Holding your elbows, perhaps, letting your head be nice and heavy. And the standing poses I've got today do also test your balance just a little bit, so you're going to be mindful of that. Now, look behind you on the mat. You want to be stepping your feet straight back. Keep it in the same line. So take your left foot and step it back. And maybe you need to even kind of crawl up, make your hands to the thighs, come on up and find some lunge. Now, your lunge, gentle here, might be like so. That's great. If you really need to, just put it down. But to be successful in this lunge, you've got to equalize the pressure, the work in the front leg and in the back leg. Hands can be at the heart center or up. And I'm just holding this long enough to do some good. Now remember, we're practicing our mental conditioning. So getting through a little bit of work, bring your hands, come down to the hips. Now let's go ahead and settle that heel fully, because we're going to move to Warrior One. The more that you can overcome heat, challenge, negative thoughts, the more easily you can uncover the peace within you. Let's bend that leg. And I want to flow this a couple times. We'll inhale through Warrior One. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, come on through, arms up overhead, bending and then straightening. One more time. Inhale here. And go ahead and set your Warrior One. So let's remember, real gentle Warrior One, you can keep in pretty close. You can keep the hands at the heart. You go deeper and with more as you are feeling able, but don't do it just because. If you need to, you can flow, you can straighten, you can give yourself that break in the leg. You don't have to just burn until it creates negative thoughts, right? Okay, let's go ahead and straighten that and release. I'd like to make a Warrior Two next. So I need broader legs, very center aligned. Now, keep your knee moving towards that foot, your hand over the knee and your eyes over the hand. How about we flow this a couple times too? Inhale. Now, the thing here is that you kind of got to squeeze your outer hips there to make sure your knee tracks over that front foot. We're going to settle into Warrior Two as well. Such a good, I just love this pose for the embodiment of the yogic state of mind. If this knee is tipping in, we don't want that. That's bad. You have to employ some strength, bring it out. And if it won't do it, then I probably have to move that foot. It has to bend towards the foot, knee to foot. Get your strength over time with correct posture. We want all this to ladder up to good things, not injury, right? Okay, let's go ahead, straighten, and let that go. Give those shoulders another break. Next is to go into that reverse, like we did in our warm-up. You'll bring the right hand up high, open your ribs. Take this hand, maybe find your opposite hip here. And this reverse triangle could be your pose. Or if you're really just loving it, it could be a reverse warrior as well, as deep as is good for you. So I encourage people in my classes always to find the thing that you need necessarily the thing that you want. All right, you've committed to this time, do the good thing for yourself. Okay, and then let that go. Now I want to do a little bit of a twist. It will challenge your balance too. I need to move that back foot so that I'm a little bit more square because I want to do a revolved triangle. So pull back on your right hip, brace on your leg, and just turn away. So this is a gentle version of a triangle twist, and we can keep it real simple. Notice how you have to press equally into both feet. There's a little sense of balance required. You look back if able. Okay. Now, be real mindful. You're going to windmill this back on around to the side. Okay. Make your feet equal, wide, 45 degrees. And I'd like to do a little bit of a flow with this. 3 parts. It's called Hariom. Salute to the sound of Om. Ha, right here, sit. Ri, up here. And Om, we touch the thighs. Okay, so Ha, Ri, Om. Hare Om. Hare Om. Hare Om. Hare Om. Good. Chill out. Inhale. You're going to step to the top of your mat. I'm going this way because I want to make sure that you can see me properly as we move on, of course. Inhale. Stay at the top of your mat. You'll do those side bends again. Use your second spine so that you can get a deep, deep reach. Inhale, come on up overhead. Exhale. Good. Both hands come on up overhead and forward fold. So one more time, just give yourself a little bit of assist to go into a deeper forward fold. Notice if all the weight is in your heels to bring it a little bit forward and balance that out. As straight as the legs can be, obviously if you're really tight, they won't be. Maybe this is something that helps me out. Also, not everyone can just have their head down like that all the time. We're doing the other side. So I want you to take that right foot straight back, keep the heel up, and walk yourself up. Again, I've got this block here. Maybe I use it. Or walk. This could be where you're at. Here, if this is not good for you to maintain, just go ahead and land it. But some sort of lunge, maybe even playing with feeling that stretch inside the hip. A lot of connective tissue in there. Hands can be heart center. They can lift. And I give you these options as always because this is a learning environment. You're learning yoga poses. You're learning yoga concepts. You're learning your body. Go on that journey, please. And hands down. Let's place that heel down. Prepare for that warrior one flow a few times. Bend the knee. Tracking towards the foot, sweep up, exhale. Everything mindful with breath. Inhale, come on up. Exhale. Good, inhale through. Now on the next one, we're going to hold a warrior one. And remember, our basics. The gentlest is going to be smaller and higher up. If it still feels okay for you, you go for a little bit more. And, my definition, at least in these classes, gentle for the purpose of this class is I'm taking kind of a more standard practice and gentlifying things. So we're not challenging ourselves. We're doing the more accessible versions of things. Okay, let's straighten, give that a break. Come on out wide. So it's not a yin class. It's gentler class. Inhale, spread wings, exhale. Warrior 2, maybe a little bit of peace. And a little flow is not bad. You could do that a few times too. It's not bad, but I don't want a flow action to just aggravate a constantly moving mind. What we're doing here is meant to help us still the mind instead of just encouraging that. Okay. Let's bring this back up, so straighten. Another rest. You can always take the rest that you need. Front arm comes up all the way. Open your ribs. Tuck this one behind you. Lift. Reversed triangle might be what you like today. Reversed warrior for those who are okay with adding a little bit more heat into the leg. And one day you may feel like you're down for good work, and the next, maybe you really need something even gentler. Even I obey those impulses. Okay, come on down. If I go to a class that's even very energetic, I may choose to just have something more nurturing for myself. Take and turn. Prepare for this revolve triangle. And I'm just going to go ahead, draw my left hip back now, and do any amount of twist. Really solid in those feet, please. No bubbling, no falling. Turning to look back. Notice the interplay between the feet there and how it affects the body position. Okay, gently come and spiral back around and let this go. Put your legs back in their good place. Knees and toes out 45. Sit a little bit, and we're going to do a different flow here. 4-part. Inhale here. Exhale. So now you're feeling balanced front to back, yeah? All right, now inhale, lift your right heel a little bit. Put it down before you release up. Inhale wide, squat. Exhale together. Inhale, left leg, heel lifts. And then release that, exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale together. Now on the inhale, you could do right or both heels. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale, hold. Left or both. Come on up. And then when you're ready, let's just take a moment to do just the balance piece. Settle. Play with the heel, both heels, whatever's working for you today. Heels down, star. Let's bring it in. Let's heel toe those feet in together and have a moment just in nice Tadasana. I want you to feel really, really tree-like because we're going to move on to do a balance practice next. Just do one simple balance. It's really nice though, and you can control it no matter kind of what level you need on the balance. So what I want you to do is step on out at an angle a little bit, like so. We're going to create a star pose. So if you have balance issues, that's how it can stay right on the floor. I really advocate if you go for more, just keep going for more. I advocate practicing without touching the wall unless you have serious vertigo issues, because so many times when we lose our balance, there may not be a wall there. So we need to cultivate that strength. Okay. And then come on down, maybe even kind of transfer your weight a couple times. Get comfortable with being off balance in different ways at different times. Good. I live where it's cold outside and there might be ice sometimes in the year. Step to the left. Star pose. You're shining the points of your star away. Keep it down or continue to work. Pressing your hand away from your foot. Any amount, and if you can only manage a couple breaths, again, don't hold your breath. That's fine. You work. You progress. Let's go ahead and bring that down and in. Take another moment to allow equilibrium to return. Enjoy that. Be content with it. Right? Remember that the stiller we are, the more we uncover the joy within us. We don't have to go out searching beyond. The good news is that we are done on our feet and we are going to move to the floor. So join me in a seated butterfly. Just for a moment, sit in butterfly. That's with the feet together, knees wide. Now, if this feels really, really tight for you, take your hands behind you, lift on up, flutter the wings, why not? And then, just like I was alluding to before, I don't want to just kind of sit and do this and not think about it. This was to open the joint, not to satisfy my busy mind. Okay, I eventually want things to still. Remember that. If you like to go a little bit deeper, go ahead. Just a moment of let go. Whatever your experience in classes to this point, let go. And that's another crucial part. We say that a lot in yoga, but letting go of the body, stilling the body and breath allows us to be a lot more peaceful. Let's take a few rounds of scales. Cross your legs, and you might like to use your fists here. Inhale, exhale, press to lift your hips. Strong shoulders. Inhale, put the booty down. Exhale, lift it off the floor. So there's two things happening. Strengthen the shoulders to lift. Exhale, or I should say to press, and in the belly to lift. Now pause, because I want to hold that. Do anything you need. Strengthen the shoulders to press. Strength in the abs to lift. Now, fists or palms. Take a nice inhale. And I want you to hold one. Hold one up. Pressing down. Lifting up. Full activation in the hands. You could use fists. And release. Once more, giving a little bit of love to the hands if needed. Okay, we're going to come forward onto our belly and do a cobra flow here. This one is 4 parts. Hands are under your shoulders. Roll everything back. And if you have a sensitive low back, you're really just going to go really easy on this, okay? You'll start by inhaling to find just some nice cobra, middle lift, exhale, then you squeeze everything. Legs are active. Now, inhale, go a tiny bit more or as much as 100%, and then exhale, touch the forehead again. 2 more times. Inhale, some middle ground. You choose 50. Exhale, squeeze and hold. It's your challenge. Inhale, something higher, max 100. Exhale, put it down. Gentle or no? Inhale, middle. Exhale, good squeeze. Last one. Inhale more. And exhale, rest that. If you want, place your forehead on your hands. Toes out, heels in for that lazy crocodile. Breathe into the belly. Remember that wave of the diaphragm. Affect that in order to let the belly really inflate and help that relieve the low back. Okay, we're also going to do a locust today. So let's send those legs behind us and we'll put this together in sequence. Start at your cobra, active, but in locust, I got to start by drawing my hands back. Draw those hands back. And you should notice you can actually pull back on these hands to bring your heart forward and give yourself a back bend. That is your A-level cobra. As you progress with strength, you can add arms and or legs. So 1, 2, arms here. So this is still, pretty gentle realm. The biggest version is the full bind and clasp behind, but we are practicing what's right for you today. And I'm going between all of the options. You can be looking at me when I do those things too. Ooh, and I'm giving a good squeeze and I'm holding it for a decent amount here. I know. Let's press on up. If you prefer a child's pose, you can do that to counter. I'm going to do just a little bit of flow here. Tuck your belly in and up. Just this kind of wave-like movement forward and back. So I'm not going into a big back bend because that's what we just did. I'm staying relatively high up, a little bit crunched, really soothing. Good. We're going to come into seated. So if you need to, you can sit up on the blanket, but have the legs come around front. We're going to start doing a series that digs into the hips a little bit nicely. And it starts with a twist. So bend the right leg, take the hip back. Use your right arm to support yourself. And the front hand really is just sort of keeping things from falling out, okay? Keeping it in line. Settle your legs, please. And this begins a sequence of progressively digging a little deeper into the hip. Once you're settled, take a nice inhale, lean back from the heart. And exhale, just turn, look back. And remember what I'm trying to teach you today about stilling. Use your drishti. Let your eye gaze fix on a point. No roaming around. As the pose settles, you should feel some ease come in certain places while you're still using your arms. Stay here. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, one, just nice look back, shoulder back, and come around. Getting a little bit more deeply into the hips next. Take your knee and push it out to the side. It's an apana kriya. Apana means down and out. So we're getting things loosened out of the hip a few times, as many as you need. Let's try a cradle the baby today. What you do is you cradle the knee inside the elbow like so. And, in basic version, just sort of pick up your foot and see what you're working with. What do we have here for flexibility or not? Now, a full cradle can actually look like so. Again, these are just places to go as you progress. Some people are naturally flexible in places, but this is a big place that tightens up really quick. Okay, next, things are going to progress into ankle over knee territory. So if you're able to, just kind of slide into it like so, or if you need to, put it together, ankle to knee, give a little shake. And if this doesn't feel particularly stretchy, well, I can fix that for you. Bring it in and you're going to feel quite a bit more. And take a moment, opening. We're going to finish this in a more restful version. So FYI, these are also basically versions of what we would call pigeon, just face up. Okay, so if you're able to collect this all and take it back with you. Now, the lightest version of this is going to be to just leave that foot on the floor and encourage that knee wide. Real easy to control the work. If you've got more flexibility, you might go ahead and reach through to that left thigh and draw it back. Okay, let's go ahead and take those knees, hug them in, cross your legs. If you want to practice that momentum in flipping back on up, then that's where we're going next. So tuck your chin to your chest, crossing the legs so that I can reach beyond them. And we're going to do the other side. So getting ready to our twist again. Left leg is bent. Send your left hip back. Left arm will help support me. And the front arm keeps the leg in. Take a few breaths to settle. And then draw a smooth inhale. Lean back from your heart. And exhale, just turn to look back. Drishti back over the shoulder, no roaming. Take another inhale to lift gently. Exhale to turn gently. And then back on around. A few of those apana kriyas for the hip. Press the knee wide. pull it on in. Press wide, pull it in. This is a nice warm up in the beginning of class too. I've done it in class number 8. Check it out. We use it in the beginning. All right. Next is the cradle to baby. Knee is in the elbow. Pick it up. Play with it. Full cradle if that is in your realm. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're going to try it. Definitely, this is a part of the body that snaps back into tightness really, really quickly or easily without, constant attention. Now, towards the ankle to knee, if you're able to put it down that way or set yourself up in a way so that you can get ankle to knee, create whatever challenge is feeling right in your hip. A little shake doesn't hurt. Again, a shake that helps us loosen and to let go. Take this and gather it, not a shake. That's just satisfying our nervous impulses. Okay, foot down and knee wide, or gather it in. On your last exhale, give me just extra squeeze. Now, we do return back up, but please do that gently because we're at the end of class. Rocking up really gently. Let me show you the different ways of doing fish. Now, nice gentle version is going to be where I use my blanket, and you need to experiment. This is going to be different for all people. It goes below the spine, but there's a rule. As I come on back, my hips are on the floor. The rule is the back of the head touches. It's never hanging in space. And then it's this beautiful heart opener, shoulder opener. This might be great for a lot of people. Find the best spot for the neck. Great, gentle place. Now, let me show you the version with the block. People with larger frames like me might be able to put this below the shoulder blades and do a similar thing. But remember, what was the rule? The rule was the back of the head will touch, and mine will. But if yours wouldn't, and you wanted this deeper opening, but the head's not touching, well, then I'm going to grab my blanket and help myself out. The rule is the head must touch. Okay, these are both just different degrees of the gentle opening. Arms open to the side. Now, whatever version you're in, draw your chin towards your chest and come either out of that or off to the side so that you can remove what's behind you. And then we're just going to prepare for Shavasana. Now, remember, if you prefer that constructive rest we learned in the beginning, feet wide, knees together, this helps the low back to settle a little bit better. Remember, you can also lie long. Remember that if you're feeling warm, lay with the arms apart from the body. Maybe even nice, open wings. They can be out there, and the legs, the feet tip out, the legs are heavy, tip out. Establish your good seat of relaxation. As I've been trying to underscore through this whole practice, Shavasana is especially a time when you can peel back the layers to uncover inner peace, joy, bliss, words used in the tradition. If we can't settle our body and our breath, we don't have much prayer of being able to go within ourselves. And so do use this time to practice letting go, the body being heavy. No rushing. This is a crucial counterbalance point of our practice. We don't skip this. Time to allow yourself to be, not do. Notice the state of your breath, and could that become a bit more calm as well? Maybe mindfully drawing a smoother, deeper breath, and an even deeper exhale. Probably the hardest thing is to let go of the mind. Just kind of notice its tendencies to follow after, reach out to things, and suspend that. Be content without needing to reach out for more, knowing that everything you truly need is within your true self. Allow for that to come to the surface. Relax. Without moving anything, just allow your awareness to come back into the body. Notice any sense of peace you may have found. And try to draw that peace back into the body with you as it gently wakes up again. Gently through the arms and legs, maybe the neck, with a sense of peace. If you like to roll onto your side, bring your right arm overhead. Roll onto the side, bring your knees in, and take a couple of transitional breaths there. And sit gently back up again. I invite you to take your hands into the Anjali Mudra, touching the tips of the thumbs to the heart center. As always, just let the chin nod down and remind yourself that you came with the best of intentions, that you did your very best. Now, please do allow yourself to let it go. Thank you so much for spending the time to practice with me. Check out a bunch of other classes here in the library and click to subscribe. Helps me out. See you next time.